VOX POP first episode. Are you ready?
Western Jamaica campus, the happier campus, the real campus.
I suppose I gotta say, what's that? How would you react if you came across someone answer the first question, and I wanna run with it. Alright, so what's your point? A Christian sister, a therapist. And a pastor too?
Hi guys, we're here at UWI-WJC and we're the Association of Future Psychologists. My name is Angelique James and
I'm Deidreana Ricketts.
so today we're going to be going around the campus asking students some general questions about psychology. Hope you enjoy. If a Jamaican is mentally ill, who do you think they'd go to first for assistance? Oberman, pastor, or a psychotherapist?
Depends on where the person lives. So for example, if the person lives in maybe a rural area, they'll maybe assume, so, okay, somebody work be on them. But if they're from a very stable family, then for sure, maybe a pastor or a psychotherapist.
Like, it depends on the degree of his mental illness. Because if he's very, very mad, he might go to the open man first.
What do you characterize as very, very mad? Like schizophrenia?
No, as in, you know, remember nothing, you start do some very weird things. Yes, like that mad. You can probably just walk up to the open man, they seek local help. But if you just like realize, say, boy, yesterday me mad, me I forgot the doctor, tomorrow the psychotherapist. But then you have the sane ones who like want to sabandis to go to the church and say, God, help me.
If a Jamaican found that they are riddled with a mental illness, who do you think they would visit first? A obiaman, a psychotherapist, or their pastor?
Well, it all depends on the background. For some, they would go to the oberman because probably they feasted up with upon them. And the others, they would go to their pastor if they're of a religious background. And probably that pastor would probably pray for them or something or refer them to a psychotherapist.
And I think it's oberman still.
Why do you think they visit the obiaman first?
That's the whole Jamaican culture, you know, and feel say somebody do something so, you know. They might try that way first.
The Obiaman, I believe the Obiaman because usually the psychotherapist is the last person that persons go to.
It has a lot to do with their belief system. So for some persons, it depends on the culture that they're associated with. They may believe in Obia, as opposed to maybe say someone who is more entrenched in the Christian values. They may want to seek, you know, consultation from a pastor. And persons who are maybe on a different line of reasoning as opposed to say someone who deals with obia or a pastor, they may go to a professional, a health professional, say for instance a psychologist for help.
If a Jamaican finds out that they're riddled with a mental illness, who would they visit first? A obiaman, a psychotherapist, or their pastor?
I mean, I really don't think they'd go to anybody first, other than maybe a best friend that they trust. But if you had to choose out of those options, it'd be the preacher, the pastor, because we are a Christian society, and you know, you're raised in the church. The first problem that you have, you go to your pastor.
Yeah, so for me, it's basically the same thing. You're in a Christian society, so you just hear say whatever you have, whatever problem you have, you need to go to your pastor because your pastor can pray it away.
I don't think he'll go to anyone for any assistance whatsoever. I think the family or somebody who might know him probably would seek assistance on his behalf, probably going to a pastor.
To say pastor too because there's this stigma attached to mental illness in Jamaica that once you have it, there's something really wrong with you. So a Jamaican would more likely go to a pastor than a therapist.
Who uses therapists in Jamaica though? I'm not aware of any therapists in Jamaica.
Pastor is the same for me. No, because it's our Jamaican society. Once something's wrong with you, you go to pastor for healing.
I'd go to the pastor because I do not know any readily available obiaman in Jamaica, and I do not know how much they would charge me, and a pastor is free.
Definitely the Oberman. So Junior, who would you see first?
From my belief system, I think I would pray about it and if I say nothing is happening, then seek professional help.
So who would you go to first?
I go to a psychotherapist.
Who would you go to first?
Well, I would go to a psychotherapist.
Because you know better, right?
Because me know
But
better.
I have a saying that say, those who know better do better, right?
So who would you go to first?
I would go to God, of course. God, the answer to all our madness.
How about you?
I'll go to a pastor.
How do you react when you come across mentally ill individuals on the street?
All right, so that's an interesting question. Of course, I'm going to be very cautious, to be honest. So I am very observant of their body language, what they're going to do, their next move, and so forth. So with that regards, it's not like I'm going to act like I'm fearful because I don't want to show any sign of fear. But I'm just very observant, more observant when I see persons who I think is behaving abnormally.
So how do you react when you come into contact with mentally ill individuals, for instance, downtown or parade or wherever? You do?
Take the other side of the street.
What do you do?
I become very alert.
Walking through Montego Bay town, how do you react when you see a homeless person or somebody who's perceived as mentally ill?
Well, I would move out of their way because of what I have heard about them. Sometimes they can be very dangerous, and I would not like to have that experience. So I would just move out of their surroundings.
What would you do?
As I said before, it depends on the degree of his mental illness. Because if he's very mad, I am going to run. But TV is like going on and off, like sorry miss, like ooh, sorry miss. Yeah, mother say, come son, you need help. Let's go to the doctor.
Make sure we start across the street from early.
All right.
So, Abby, let us say that unfortunately one day one of these homeless persons or mentally ill persons actually came and approached you for whatever reason, whether they're begging you money or them begging something to eat or them hold on you something. How would you react?
Well, it depends on what they do. If they walk up to me and ask me for money, if I have it or something, I would give it to them. But like if they just run up to me one day and just hold on me or something, I would be in shock. I would probably try to run if I could and try to get out of there.
So what if one day, out of nowhere, like this mentally ill individual just comes up to you, grabs you by the hand and be like, give me your money? What would you do then? It doesn't look like you'd give him the money. What would you do?
Pull up and run.
He come to me already. I told him, say, well, I don't have money in that, and let me go.
That's it? That's all you did?
He said, I don't have money, and he said, all right.
All right.
How would you react?
Well, if I have silver, I normally get them, but in terms of like cash, paper cash, you know, because normally what the belief is that they take this money and still go back and buy whatever is making them are the problem. You understand? Yeah, the origin of the problem, which is most time cocaine, drugs. So most time if you offer to buy them a snack, they said no, they actually refuse. If you try it sometime, you will see. If you say, may I buy you a juice? They said no, they want the money.
So what if you're walking, right? Minding your own business, going your merry way, and then out of nowhere, someone who you perceive to be mentally ill holds on to your hand and says, Junior, or young man, beg your money now. What would you do? Would you give it to them? Would you run in fear? What would you do?
I'm not even too sure how to respond to the question because sometimes you're not sure how you'd respond until it actually happens. I don't think I would run, for sure. I don't think I'll run. I might just, you know, yeah, what I do, something like that, you know. Maybe I would, no, I mean, not think my would just give me money either, so easily. So maybe more like him would have like confront. Yes, one that make him know, say, I understand why I deal with and not go work, you know. I can't just come with me and demand money from me like that. No, I can't work like that.
So what if he approaches you, grabs onto your hand and be like, young lady, beg your money now? What would you do then?
Give me money and run. I will give him the money and run. If you don't give me money, you're dead. So you give him the money, then run.
Restroom or something, sanitize my hand, wash my hand or something. I would be really, really in awe if somebody were to grab me and beg me money. Especially if them smell bad. No, I don't want them near me. No, Angel. Would I run?
I'd fear for my safety. One, try to get free and promptly walk away.
I would just give him the money and move along.
When I try to give him money because I'm afraid so I have to go give him some money.
I'd run away. I'm not giving him anything. Depends on the state of mind I'm in. I'd probably give him the money or get free and run away.
I try to get free, but depending on how much change I have in my pocket, because I don't want to take out my purse, I'd give him my money.
If it's an attack, I won't run. You can't fight with a madman.
Thank you for tuning in. This has been the AFP VOX POP for the month of October. Hope to see you guys again. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
If that don't work, then they actually take your
Free world boss.
Alright, so if a Jamaican is mentally ill, who do you think that is? So it's really? You wouldn't give them the money? Oh, Angel, I don't mean to let you mad.